Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. Auto insurance fraud is the #1 source of insurance fraud in New Hampshire. My guest is going to brief us on that and other sources of insurance fraud. But at the moment, first, those of us within who have complaints about insurance, we saw a record recovery of our insurance funds in 2022 by the New Hampshire Insurance Department. And let me show you the numbers. 4,080 insurance assistance requests, 929 consumer complaint investigations, 4.1 million recovered. But just as critical is the prosecution of insurance fraud funded fueled by my guest, and that is 298 referrals. 22 total claims prosecuted, 18 were auto insurance, 2 workers' comp, 1 homeowners, and 1 disability insurance. The total recovery in fraudulent, the total claims, 283,000. And with me is a guest, the person that does the investigations on insurance fraud in New Hampshire, the director of insurance fraud at the Department of Insurance, Brendan Harris. Welcome. Nice to have you.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Is insurance fraud on the increase in New Hampshire?
Yes, sir. I hate to say it is, but it is on the increase. We're seeing about 300 referrals come across my desk each year. And as you pointed out, we had 22 cases prosecuted, which was a record for this fraud unit.
Yeah. What's the most common? I mean, auto insurance is one, but you also said to me before we taped, fake records.
Yes. Auto insurance is always the highest number of fraudulent cases in any state in the United States. But we're seeing a huge increase in fake records where people are creating fake records with like Adobe Pro and then submitting them as a part of a claim and getting paid by insurance carriers.
Yeah. And some examples of those two.
Sure. Past posting is the most common insurance fraud. So in New Hampshire, you don't have to have insurance on your car. And some of these people then will get into an accident, they suffer a loss, and then while they're at the accident scene, they're actually buying an insurance policy. And then they're filing a claim on that policy moments after, like maybe the next day. And they lie about the time of the accident, trying to get the insurance company to pay for their damages and the damages to the other car. When it comes to fake records, we've had a lot of people who will file false claims for like eating food poisoning at restaurants, things like that. And they will create their own fake medical records, bank records, emergency records, anything that you might need to settle my claim.
Right.
They'll create those on Adobe Pro and they'll submit them to the insurance carrier. And in one case, a young lady sitting in federal prison now, but tried to make $428,000 using her children's names as well as herself.
Well, it's my understanding, in addition to the person committing the fraud, the insurance company can be prosecuted for fraud as well.
They can. We do focus on insurance agents. If an insurance agent is accepting money from a customer who comes in to pay for an insurance policy or something like that and steals that money, then we go after those insurance agents. So when you give money to an insurance agent, there's but one thing he can do with it, and that is to buy your policy, buy your annuity product, buy whatever it is that you've given him the money to buy. And if he uses it for personal use, like in one case, the guy took the money to Las Vegas and gambled it all away in 3 days, then yeah, we will prosecute those insurance agents.
What can the average person do if they think fraud is being committed against them? And we're going to put up an email in a minute, but what can they do?
They should call me. You can call the New Hampshire Insurance Department. You can ask to speak with Brendan Harris in the Insurance Fraud Unit. I will take your call personally, and I will make sure that it's looked into.
Yeah. When you say that insurance fraud is on the increase in New Hampshire, which you just did, what in particular are you focused on?
Mostly it's going to be auto insurance, just because that's the highest number of insurance policies.
Yep.
So we're working hard to try to just curb people from doing the past posting insurance frauds.
Yeah. Any example from your years doing this that stands out to you, something you remember because it was so unusual?
In one particular case, there was a gentleman who had reported his car stolen. It was found burned about 24 hours later. I was asked to investigate that case, and throughout my interview with him, he broke down and confessed that he hadn't actually burned the vehicle for insurance money. He had actually killed somebody and put the body in the car and then burned the vehicle to hide the crime scene.
Brendan Harris, Director of Fraud for the Insurance Department of New Hampshire. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Nice to have you. And if you miss, oh, by the way, here's the contact information for the New Hampshire Insurance Department. It's up on the screen, email and phone number. And if you missed part of this, you can go to WMUR.com, where it will be posted all this week.